Dear Demoted, should I tell my boss I ripped my nipple piercing out and can't make it to a meeting?
How do I get my boss to stop saying offensive things?
How crazy is too crazy for a fun fact story?
I'm younger than my direct reports. Should I address that?
I'm an individual contributor and wondering if it's too late to take the management route. Is it?
On this episode of Demoted, our beautiful listeners asked, so we're going to answer.
Here's our fiery hot advice, Motorheads.
Demoted. Greetings, Motorheads. Welcome back to another edition of Demoted.
It's really exciting when we stumble upon something that is sort of a lost treasure that we didn't know we had.
A true gold mine.
Gold mine of content. And what do we mean by this, Ross?
We have a couple forms. Well, we have one form on our website where we have been asking you since day one to submit audio recordings, questions, so on and so forth. It
almost seems like we're begging for it and we're screaming into the void because we haven't heard back from anyone.
We've heard nothing.
Or so we thought.
Turns out we were looking at the response sheet for the wrong questionnaire.
Yep.
So we went back and we found tons and tons of questions, audio recordings even.
The brave souls have actually come forward and submitted audio recordings. I mean, we went through hundreds of responses.
And we were thinking you guys were all playing coy.
Totally.
And that you guys probably thought your submissions were terrible because we never brought them up.
All of them started with, of course, submitting an audio message because I'm not afraid of my own voice.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
in sales. I don't care.
I do want to remain anonymous though. Okay.
But please don't share my name.
So we're going to go through those today.
A few of them. We might have to have a part 2, part 3.
We're
because
100% having a part 2 or 3.
There's a lot of good content, but here's our first kind of episode of Dear Demoted Catch Up.
Yes, but really quick, I have to apologize to all the fans out there, including Natalie, as well as Natalie. I don't know the difference between a / and a backslash.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't know if the bottom facing left or the bottom facing right is / backslash. So in all of our ad reads, I've been saying backslash demoted.
Yep.
It's / and I'm a big dumb idiot.
And if you press that and you did the backslash and it didn't work, hopefully you went back and put the / in.
Hopefully you tried that.
Really sorry, guys.
Really sorry. I just want to get that out there.
No ad reads today.
No ad reads. As an apology, we're not going to read a single ad.
If you see them moving forward and we say / just pick your poison because we don't know what it means.
If one doesn't work, try the other.
Absolutely.
Because I still don't know the difference.
We're going to do an audio file here.
Yep.
Audio submission. This is from Corporate Kiddo.
Corporate Kiddo.
All right, Corporate Kiddo, let's hear it.
Hey guys, wanted to say that I love the pod. I giggle to myself at my desk every day at work. It's kind of embarrassing, but I am seeking advice. I am a Gen Z fresh out of college and starting at a large company that's a not so young company. Everyone's older and I'm in a not so entry level position. But like my internships and my fantastic interview skills just kind of, got me into this role. And I'm really struggling with my onboarding and how to get people in the company to respect me and trust me and know that I'm capable of doing the work and the deliverables that everyone's working on. But at the same time, understanding that I'm 22 and this is my first full-time role and I have no idea what I'm doing. So seeking advice on maybe how to best transition or what I should be doing.
Thank you, Corporate Kiddo.
Thank you so much for asking us for your advice. I think you have a lot of self-awareness, which is good. You're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yep.
And you're fresh out of college. And I will say that's absolutely correct. Because when I left school, I didn't know shit about shit.
But we thought we did.
We all
thought we did.
But the reality of like, even if you're in undergraduate business school, which I was in like one of the top Mendoza College of Business, Notre Dame. It's like, you will never be able to apply what you learned in your intro to accounting class. Like you might in a small way, but it's never going to really teach you how to be in a corporate setting, manage people, manage up, like learn how to interface with people of all different backgrounds and different working styles.
Yep.
And you only learn that on the job.
Yes.
So I'm glad you have the self-awareness. I also love that you're just like, I have fantastic interview skills.
If you do say so
and
yourself.
I have incredible background. So
my internships were sick and I kind of crush in the interviews.
If I do say so myself, I'm amazing, which I love. We don't get enough of that from Corporate Kiddo.
Look, I think you have to earn it, period. And that just takes time. Put in the reps, do the shitty work. Look, there's no job that is perfect. You're going to have to do some things that you feel overqualified or overeducated to do. That's every job, every role ever. There's always going to be some of that. And as time goes on, just keep asking for more. If you want more on your plate, hey, I got this done. What else can I do? Can I take anything else off your plate? Can I take some swings at some things that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise or haven't been given to me in the first place. You can be a bit of a squeaky wheel.
Totally.
If you want it.
I think when you're working with people who are older, potentially more experienced than you, there's no harm in asking like, hey, can you help me on this? I have a lot of questions. I want to learn this area. Like you actually sound smarter and it helps you become better at the job than just pretending to know everything because you don't.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's just having some time to prove yourself. And believe me, people will want to give you more work if that's what you want.
Totally.
You'll find more work.
And corporate kiddo, you don't seem like you lack any confidence, but for those of you motorheads listening who are like, I was asked on a panel today, I feel like not confident in my role. Like I feel like I need to over explain myself on calls because people don't value what I'm saying. And that's a real thing. I think shorten your phrases, say what you know, stop. If you don't know something, ask, and know that you're there for a reason. You're hired at this company for a reason. That's reason enough to earn the ears of those around you, right?
Yeah, they've already seen something in you. That's why you're there.
Yeah.
So why not? Yep. So I think moral of the story, ask for more. It's going to take time, and realize that you don't know what you don't know and feel okay asking.
One thing to add, I would say seek outside like certifications, courses. Yes, you have your onboarding and your training. What helps you gain that credibility to literally add to your LinkedIn and your resume is that you're still continuing to learn. I got a bunch of certifications early in my career, stuff that I don't even give a flying crap about now. ABCP, you know that one? Advanced Business Continuity Professional.
That's
do you
right
have that?
Tip of my tongue.
Scrum Master. Didn't think so.
P. Other letters and
didn't
stuff.
think you had a Scrum Master sitting here. I mean,
No.
I can't stop taking certs, and that was what a mentor of mine told me to do, and I think it gives me a little credibility.
It does, and I think you just actually brought up one other thing: is find someone in the company to be your mentor. Mm-hmm. Then they become your little bestie, and then you can ask them all the questions, and then they feel invested in your success, and
they help you move internally if you want to make those moves once you get started. So,
and also realize that one key piece when you're at a not young company, presumably a big one, things happen slowly, and you're gonna have to get used to the bureaucracy and the red tape and the slow move. I mean, I was at Oracle, and you were not allowed to get promoted if you were inside a year. Period.
Oh, same with Deloitte. No,
and you're
chance.
just like, they're like trying to promote you at 6 months, but the middle management to the middler management to the middle upper management, they're all like, I mean, we're trying, but we can't. We just literally, we can't.
I feel like corporate kiddo would start on day one and be like, how do I get the C-suite role?
Yeah.
Because I want to be in your chair.
Yeah.
Corporate kiddo is doing that bit that we did that was like interview tips.
Yeah. Where do you
Like,
see yourself in 5 years? Your chair.
your chair, corner
Actually,
office, all
yeah,
glass.
double salary.
Anything with a nice view will work.
Yeah, exactly.
Corporate kiddo, we love you. Thank you for having the bravery to submit the audio message. Let's get into our next one.
This is our 26-year-old sales homie, Steelman 411.
Hey, what's up, Demoted podcast? Huge fan of what you guys are doing. I'm a big Demoted head over here, and wanted to shoot you a quick note with quick question regarding sales, kind of climbing that ladder, where I have started at this startup company as a regional account executive, worked there for about a year and a half, worked my way onto the enterprise team where I'm a enterprise account executive now for the past 2 years. Been doing really well, made President's Club the past 2 years, and continue to build a lot of good relationships in that selling kind of role. And now I'm starting to see some opportunities come up to where a directing/managing role could be an opportunity within the same department. And kind of wanted to get your perspective on what you've seen where account executives may move into managing roles, kind of lose that part of selling, and then moving into a managing/leadership role. And looking forward to hearing your guys' insights. Thanks.
Thank you, Steelman 411.
Thank you, Steelman. I'm going to let Ross take kind of the advice on this as the sales professional of the group. I'm just going to start with a quick rundown. So Steelman has made President's Club. He's absolutely tearing it up as an AE. He's 26. He's wondering, should I become a manager, help people beneath me, build out a team, or should I keep ripping it as an individual contributor?
Exactly.
Should we talk about the difference between IC and manager? Just set the stage there.
Yeah, they're very different skill sets. We'll start there.
What is an individual contributor?
They are at least in this scenario, sales, like they're your closers. They're the people who have a book of business. Their job is they have a quota, and their job is go meet that quota. Managers have a team of quota carrying reps. You know, the manager's quota is the sum of their team's quota, and their job is to basically manage those folks into hitting their numbers.
Yeah. And I mean, more broadly, this applies to other industries as well. You can take this as, do you want to have a team below you, or do you want to keep like rising in your career? Maybe you have your one boss above you and you guys keep getting promoted together.
Yeah.
So let's take that.
Well, there's the sports equivalent.
Well,
your
of
favorite
course.
sports equivalent, because we have sports girly on the pod. So
People say being a manager, there's a lot of pressure of like, I want to have a team and say that I have a team. And that makes me feel validated as a person to say, oh, I have this thriving team. Please note that Tom Brady is an individual contributor.
yes, he is.
And Bill Belichick is a manager.
Yes.
Okay. So if you're thinking, and someone said this on the podcast we were just on, the best one yet, we have to give credit there. But if you are thinking like being an individual contributor is so lame and I'm not providing value, is Tom Brady lame?
Yeah.
Didn't think so.
Tom Brady's making 100x his manager's
Exactly.
salary.
Okay.
So that is definitely another piece. So these are two tracks. And I do believe there is a certain threshold where if you have been an individual contributor and you want to diversify your skill set, you should go into management. Now, Steelman 411 is only 26. And I would say, Brochachki, you got time to wait if you want. If you're crushing it, you're making Prez Club back-to-back years, you're making good money, stay there. They're still going to want you to be a manager at some point. You know, I do think there are some folks, and I have some friends who are running up against it. They've been 5X Prez Club winners. They're the top enterprise rep, have been for a long time. And what happens is the company started to mature and they started to strip away his book of business. They started to try and force him out to another product sets and do different things. Basically, he was making too much money.
Yep.
And like they needed to balance things out. And the reality is he could go to another company and do it all over again and be an IC, or he could dip his toe into management and start to push up that track a little bit. And the reason I would recommend doing that, now he's 35, he's 34, is because you can always go back and be an IC. But it's going to be a lot harder to diversify your options in the long run. Say you do want to switch. Some people are like, I'm going to be an IC for life. And if you know that and you are certain, sure. But you're just going to be open up to a lot more volatility in life. So if you do want to hedge your bets, you know, you should take a look at the management role. It's really hard to get your first management role. It's really easy to go back to be an IC at any point if you want to. So Steelman, in your case at 26, keep making Prez Club, in my opinion, unless you see yourself as a long run manager, which is also a choice.
So in sales specifically, you can always come back to being like an AE. They'll take you. It doesn't matter that you haven't sold or made a cold call, like run a demo in 2 years. They don't care.
They don't care.
They'll take you back.
They'll take you back.
Okay.
Yeah, and usually it'll be in more like of an enterprise or strategic role. I know people who were directors of sales who went back to just become enterprise sales account executives. And so that's not a difficult move.
Got it.
To come back. Yeah, you can make a lot more money.
And do you think it helps your resume, or it's more just personal choice?
It's a personal choice. I just think, assuming you want to stay in sales, you just pick which side of the business you want to be on, whether you want to be on the management side, make less upside, but more stability, or, you know, more upside, less stability on the IC side. So if you're staying in sales, it depends on what you want, but I'm always a fan of diversifying your opportunities and your skill set.
Love it. Okay.
So,
thanks, Steelman 411.
thank you, Steelman. I love this. It's like a call-in radio station, but they're not live, and we vetted them for being freaks.
Totally. It's like a little hotline.
Yeah. Let's. We need like a little jingle for this type of thing now, I feel like.
We do. I mean, now the Motorheads are going to be flooding with audio messages. We're going to be so exhausted listening to their stories.
They're going to be like, can you do another remix of that like classical hip hop thing you guys have as your intro song?
Totally. Before you read my story. And the next story we have, this is really, really corporate adjacent, but it is corporate. And it's submitted by Princess Uni Nipple.
And we will, I assume, understand the reason for that name here in a moment.
Hey Ross, hey Nelly, what's up? I want to remain anonymous, but I am a motorhead from Norway who loves your podcast oh so much. And today I need to tell you a story about my nipple piercing. For context, I got this piercing like 6-7 years ago, and this morning, disaster happened. I managed to get it caught somewhere and ripped it off, and there was blood everywhere, and I needed to get rushed into the ER. I'm all good now, all patched up. My nipple is half okay. But this is where I need your advice. I recently started at my job, so I don't know my male boss that well. And we work at this, fancy tech consulting company where I work at the sales department. I have no idea what to tell him tomorrow because obviously I couldn't make it to work today. So how much of this should I share with him? Please help.
Where are my Norwegian motorheads at?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Okay, so let's break this down. No. Nipple gets caught in the door
have
slams
one, right?
shut. Yeah, for sure. No, please. I do not.
I do. It gets cut all the time. Sucks.
You would think with the woman sitting here that I would be the one who would be grimacing and like, oh my God, I can totally relate to this Norwegian motorhead. Ross is shivering over here in his beanbag. He's
protecting mine.
He's crouching over, touching his own nipples in pain and in fear. And so
I'm an empath.
You're a total empath.
And I just feel her pain.
And does she need to tell her male boss?
That's going to be a no for me, dog.
That's going to be an absolute no.
Absolute no. You don't have to tell anyone.
Given she probably submitted that she's fully healed up, she's already re-pierced the thing by the time we're hearing this.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't share that.
I really hope not.
Because you could have any sort of medical emergency, doctor's appointment. You don't even have to say emergency. You can just say, sorry, something came up.
Yeah. I got a doctor's appointment. I'm dealing with some stuff right now. I'm all good, by the way, but I just need to go handle it. So.
Totally. My friends in private equity and investment banking, my female friends, are always like, if I just say I'm having a girl problem in this male-dominated industry, they're like, usually I'm not getting any pushback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually I can just say that and they're like, okay, yeah, totally fine. Deal with it.
What are they going to say?
What are they going to say?
Nothing.
No.
Yeah. I mean, assuming that you're not just sitting there with your boss and your shirt is turning red from the enormous amount of blood that is just slowly coming out of your body, I don't think you need to address it.
I do think like tattoos and piercings, like body piercings specifically, are so personal that like they're just not something you talk about at work.
Yeah. What if you have the little ring on your nostril?
Oh, that's fine. I mean, I know a ton of people like facial, whatever, like stuff that you
like
see every day. I remember what my boss told me a story that he had someone working for them and like just sweetest girl ever, whatever, kind, like really hard worker.
Lovely lass.
One time took her sweater off, full just dragon coming out of the back, koi fish down each arm, like insane, like tattoo labyrinth. That changed things for me. I don't know why, but
no,
now I'm just viewing you differently.
Yeah. I mean, like I have a couple tats and I immediately felt like a bad boy.
You have the smallest tats.
I have the
Shut
smallest
the heck
tats
up.
and I'm such a bad boy.
You are such a bad. Every time you show, you're just little. Like
I'm just like I'm always flexing the bicep a little bit. Like
it's
yeah,
the tiniest. Ross acts like he has a full sleeve. I mean, he
do,
thinks
I
he
do.
is so tatted.
I'm gonna buy a chopper.
It's like
That's what we call motorcycles.
Like, there's like a TikTok trend that's like, oh, am I tatted? Yeah, it's like tiny heart.
Yeah, a little arrow.
Tiny arrow here. Yeah, 3 dots in order. It's my siblings.
Whoa, that's mine. How dare you?
Do you have 3 dots?
It's 3 arrows. Remember?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they are for
Sorry,
my
I
siblings.
rarely see your chest.
Well, the demoted like changing room.
From that one
the
time we
demoted
swam
changing
together.
room. I'm always in there getting my shit together.
Remember? Like when would I remember when we swam together?
Now I go back to the locker room after these demoted episodes. I'm just like, how'd that go? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just like throwing on my
we have towels on, like exhausted.
Like another rough one, huh?
That was tough. Out on the field. Yeah,
I'm plucking my eyebrows.
No, but like obviously your piercings, your tattoos, everything that's like personal. That's your thing. I also think like
I think it does affect your brand.
It does affect your brand. It is part of
people
like
see me a bad boy. They just go bad boy.
Bad boy. That's what you think. That's what you think.
I'm such a bad boy.
In his marine layer vest. Yeah. He's such a bad boy.
Oh, fuck, I'm a bad boy.
But no, you don't have to tell your boss about your nipple piercing. Thank you, Princess Uni Nipple. Thank you for tuning in from Norway.
Yep.
We love you.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a show in Norway one day. After
where she shows her boob.
Yeah, why not? I mean, where we do our nipple piercing convention.
When we do our Norway
nipple
tour.
Piercing thing.
Norway / nipple piercing tour.
Right. It's the crossover everyone wants.
Awesome.
Finally, we can do what we want. All right, let's go to our 4th and final voice memo. This one is from Motorhead in Paris, which I love. We got them all over. They're all over the world.
I mean, we are international.
Yeah.
Mr. Worldwide over there.
We have one fan in each country.
Totally. And they write in. They got to represent the whole country.
Yeah.
All right, Motorhead in Paris, give it to me.
Dear Demoted, so I wanted to ask you guys, is giving your fun fact, like telling a crazy personal funny story and a crazy personal, like most shameful story, the normal in Silicon Valley now? I'm an American. I joined a Paris-based tech startup. We went on a retreat. Everyone submitted their fun fact at the dinner table. They were hilarious personal stories, like almost getting arrested. I had just joined, so I kept it safe. And I mentioned I had 2 dental implants and it did not hit. And I was just curious yeah, if this is really the thing, because my snotty manager turned to me and said, oh, everyone in Silicon Valley does this. Everyone in San Francisco does this. Please help me.
Fun facts. I mean, when will corporate America ever survive without them?
I don't know. And there's really two ways you can look at it. You can be the person with the super memorable fun fact that makes you kind of a degenerate, or you can go with the super boring one that people will ultimately forget. Now, I love that this reiterated, it did not hit.
It's so funny. Like I mentioned I had 2 dental implants and it did not hit.
Just didn't hit. To be fair, what were you expecting to hit?
I think that's a very safe thing to do. What if the reverse happened and because a lot of my Deloitte teams, I mean, they're not sharing anything. It's like, I did a 10K. Okay, amazing.
Right,
so what if then you join, you're like, so I was singing Bedrock at the karaoke bar, blacked out with my buddies.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, you know, how do you know what to have? It's hard when you have to prep it. You can't read the room when it's like on a slide. And it's like, okay, Chloe here has 2 dental implants.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh.
You're trying to like live edit it. There was a write-in portion here that I do want to read. She said, my 20 French team members proceed to share their personal stories, and it came to mind. All I had written was, I have 2 dental implants. You could hear a pin drop. My manager, being Parisian and a little snotty, said, too soon, too soon. I then tried to share how I was escorted out of a WeWork to sound cool, but it did not hit either. I'd like to know, is this normal now in Silicon Valley? Thanks.
First of all, why too soon?
Do people have crazy fun facts? I mean, Ross and I, admittedly, we have not been on the typical corporate team calls for, about like 3 years for me now. So it's been a while since we've had our ear to the ground on the fun fact game.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know how to answer, like, is this normal in Silicon Valley that people have crazy stories?
On a sales team, crazy's good.
Yeah.
It works.
You want to be memorable.
I think nothing's lost, truthfully, as humiliating as it feels by this moment. Because everyone's going to just move on with their lives. They're not going to have some like degenerate vision of you, getting whatever, escorted out of a WeWork in this case, or all the other weird ones that people were sharing.
Totally. Motorhead in Paris, like, you have nothing but respect. They might even be like, wow, she's kind of boring, but she might be able to get her work done, right? She's probably going to focus.
I trust her to get shit done.
I trust her. Like, she's my go-to person.
Yeah. It's a tough look when you try to battle back and just drop some, how I was escorted out of a WeWork, and then that doesn't hit. Because now you're just...
That's not landing. You keep doubling down. You're like, I was bent over, pinned against the ground. Yeah. They asked me to leave. Like, no one cares. They dragged
me out kicking and screaming
out
of a WeWork.
They still don't care.
No one tells you why.
Stole a few too many snacks.
I'm not sweating this, to be honest.
I wouldn't sweat the dental implants.
I'm just trying to figure out why the manager was like, too soon when you said 2 dental implants. Maybe they heard something else. Other implants.
Wow.
That's
saying. An interesting take. Why did they say too soon?
Right. Versus again, because maybe
you think your fun fact was boring, but it was actually
salacious as hell.
Salacious.
Yeah. They think you got a fake rack on you.
Totally.
And they're like, whoa, too soon. You just started here.
Hang on. Just because I shared it.
I was escorted out of a WeWork though. It wasn't about it being too tame. It was actually too outrageous.
Wow. I like that take.
I don't know.
Motorhead in Paris.
Maybe
they think you're crazy.
They might think you're crazy, but reality is, I wouldn't overthink the fun fact. Eventually your work brand will speak for itself. And also, like, you know what? You can always laugh at it and bring it back. Remember when I said...
Yeah, when you're having a couple beers with everyone after work.
And then give them the full WeWork escort story.
Yeah, or like worse. Yeah,
worse.
Give them the bar out escort story.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, take it to the next level.
Shit up and get weird.
Totally.
Yeah.
Now I can finally tell you guys. She also said, please let me know if you guys ever visit Paris. So we have...
That'll be right off. That's probably before the Norwegian
tour.
Circuit.
Yeah, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll do our EU Motorhead meetup.
Thank you to the audio submissions.
Yes, thank you.
This means the world. It's so fun to hear your voices, your vocal intonations.
We have like 80 more we got to go through. We just don't have time. But we're going to.
But we will. We will.
We will absolutely go through them.
So buckle up.
Buckle up. Now, speaking of fun facts, Natalie and I are going to give you a bunch of fun facts that we absolutely never, ever want to hear again, ever.
Fun fact, a couple of months ago, I actually ran a 10K.
Cool, you ran somewhere one time.
Awesome. Oh, you ran somewhere.
Oh, it was for charity, even cooler.
I don't care.
I just don't care.
And I'm going to be honest, my fun fact is that I ran a half marathon.
I'm the only person I know that hasn't run a 10K.
Yeah.
It's me. I'm different. I'm fun.
That's a genuinely good fun fact. I've never ran anywhere.
I've never gone on a run.
I've never picked it up from a walk. Yeah. How about you guys?
Fun fact, I've broken 6 different bones. I'm kind of a klutz.
One was a hairline fracture in my pinky.
Becca broke both her arms at once when she fell and braced herself and had weak, brittle bones.
Stop.
Yep.
Becca's this.
She's got pictures of her as a kid with 2 casts.
But you got to side by cast,
I
which
talk
is really
shit
cool.
like she doesn't use this as a fun fact, but she does.
For sure she would.
For sure.
I love that. Fun fact, I've been to 19 states. Next stop, Nebraska.
Dope.
Wait, that's...
Holy shit, you're well-traveled.
Oh my God.
19, which ones? Name them.
19 trips domestically. That is impressive.
Tell me everything about Nebraska once you go. I'm kidding. Don't keep it to yourself. Fun fact, I have a pet hedgehog named Spike. Oh my God. Exotic pets.
The name Spike actually cracks me up. I'm not going to lie.
Because he's got like spikes on his back.
He's a spiky guy.
Oh my God, can you bring him in? Shut up, Jennifer.
I want to meet Spike.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I recently found out I'm distantly related to Benjamin Franklin. Thanks,
Wow.
23andMe.
Wow. That's cool.
Oh my God, distantly. Wow.
Yeah.
You know how
We're all related distantly in some way.
we all are, right?
That's what they say.
Early hominids,
Yeah. I'm not going to say any other ones because I don't know what they're called.
Homo sapien,
Yep.
Neanderthal man,
Homo erectus.
Lucy, the OG.
Lucy.
Do you remember
We're all
Lucy?
related to Lucy. We're all Lucy. Yeah.
Do you remember Lucy?
Of course I remember Lucy.
That's like the
It's
one
only
thing that
I
stuck with
remember.
me. Yeah, the only thing I remember. Okay.
That and mitochondria.
100%.
Okay.
Powerhouse.
Fun fact, I can recite the first 8 digits of pi.
3.1415926. Fun fact, I just became a certified scuba diver. Looking forward to my first saltwater dives.
Oh, so you've been in the pool for a while.
Looking forward to my first saltwater dive next May.
Wow. Wow.
I just actually put the tank on in the hotel pool.
Yeah, literally though. And you're blowing bubbles, you're taking a little mouth.
That is sick. Oh my God.
Dang.
First saltwater dive.
Yeah, we went to the deep end.
I can't wait
It's
for
12 feet deep.
I just can't wait to get out in the open water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked about this, but scuba diving is very scary.
Equalize my way through the Hawaiian Islands.
It's terrifying when you're just alone down there.
No, I can't.
Huffing down air.
I actually props to people who are certified scuba divers.
Really impressive.
I did the during COVID kind of like anything goes scuba diving where I didn't have to train, and they were like,
Oh.
well, if you don't go too deep, it
How deep's too
technically
deep?
is
They're like, I
legal.
don't know.
I'm like, I'm plummeting down to a shipwreck. I'm like, help. Okay, those are our fun facts that we would recommend never
I have
using.
one more.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I have one more. Fun fact. My blood type is O positive, and I've donated over 3,000 pints of blood. That is nearly 300 full human bodies worth of blood. Think about that. So yeah, universal donor, baby.
I was like, Ross, all of these are realistic. And then now you're saying 3,000 human bodies? Like
No, 300.
300 human bodies. Got it.
People love my blood.
The blood cell count on this person is insane.
I have great blood.
I would consider that a very fun fact
would
and a
be.
very charitable act.
I do what I can.
I
I give lots of blood.
universal donor, baby.
Universal donor, what's good? That's why I don't have donor on my driver's license, because if I'm on the edge of death, they're going to harvest me.
Totally.
And if I don't have that on there, then they'll try to save me.
Got it. I am a donor. So
I'm not trying to be harvested.
don't cancel me, harvest him. But we do have the official Motorhead sticker on our licenses.
We should get license plates.
If we meet motorheads in the wild, we just carry around these tiny little stickers. We say, "Give me your license."
Yeah.
And then we just
Motorhead.
stick it right near your photo. It says Motorhead.
So TSA can no longer scan it. It's really annoying.
Your license is completely
We
unusable.
really need to get some stickers.
Should we get
We
into
need some fucking stickers.
Should we get into promo demo?
Let's do promo demo before I go off on stickers.
Promoted or demoted, our favorite segment for all you new motorheads. We get new listeners every week.
It's nice.
It's nice.
We lose some, we gain some.
Totally. Some
Yeah.
fall off, say I'm never going back there.
Yeah.
And some new come in fresh and then decide that later.
And then give us like 3 weeks,
totally.
which we love.
So promoted or demoted, do we like it? Do we not like it? Saturday morning cartoons.
Promoted. I miss those days.
Do you watch cartoons on a Saturday
I
morning?
used to be a big Cartoon Network guy, Nickelodeon.
Totally.
You know, I used to hit those hard.
Jimmy Neutron or what? What are we talking here?
Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
Hey Arnold. Jimmy Nudie.
I was a huge
Jay
Jimmy
Newt.
Nudie. Jay Newt.
Newt. I mean, Scooby Doo. If you want to go like way
SpongeBob.
back, SpongeBob. I mean, SpongeBob built most Family Guy. That they built my humor.
Totally.
You know, so
I
hard promote.
I recently saw the cast of SpongeBob in like a TikTok, like the physical
Oh, the humans, yeah.
And they're like old men and women. Like Miss Pearl is just this like old woman.
And she's great.
And she's so great. And you're watching them and you're like, oh my God, like that was such a core part of my childhood.
They were the voices of my childhood.
The voice actors. Very cool. Okay.
I don't have milk and cereal anymore because milk ruins my entire life. But
I recently had a bowl of cereal with 2% milk.
And how'd that go for you?
I was so happy.
For what, an hour and a half?
Yep. It got really dark.
What kind of cereal?
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch.
Crunchitize me, Captain.
Yeah, God.
I went through Matt and I were like, do you want to go get some cereal at the corner store?
Kinda.
Totally.
I was Honey Nut Cheerios, Smacks, Cocoa Krispies.
Oh, Cocoa Krispies suck.
When I grew up, I started going down the Honey Bunches of Oats.
So this was like 3 years ago.
3 years ago, I switched to Honey Bunches of Oats.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Promoted, demoted, group hikes.
Did you see my story from this weekend? You don't watch any of my stories.
I don't consume social media because I get depressed.
I went on a hike. So it was a wedding weekend in the Santa Cruz Mountains. And on Saturday morning, eager beavers of the group decided to plan a group hike. My boyfriend was actually in the bridal party. So he was, at his groomsman duties, taking those silly little photos,
so you're solo.
Putting on your tux. So I'm solo, which is fine. I love these people. It's great. But I don't have like All Trails downloaded. I'm not really like a hiker. I didn't assess.
All Trails is an app, I'm presuming, that
tells you the difficulty of a hike.
Got it.
And I wasn't ready for like anything more than post kind of welcome party hangover could take. And we did about a 4 miler straight uphill.
Perfect. Boulders and shit.
I posted a photo of myself just like hunched over, like officially removing hiking from the interest section of my resume.
Yep.
And people responded, is it Meredith from The Parent Trap? Who's like the mom of The Parent Trap.
God,
I haven't seen
Lindsay
it in so
Lohan,
long.
I haven't seen that in a minute.
It was just like, you are her. Just like the complaining, whining. It was totally me. I can't do it. I was sweating. I was in hangover sweats, different kind of sweat.
It's different.
So group hikes, I have to demote. I think just hiking in general, I have to demote.
Yeah. It's not fun.
Are you into hiking?
No.
I'd rather do a Barry's boot camp class.
Mad.
Yeah. Like I
get mad at hiking.
Totally.
Yeah.
And people were like, oh my God, did you look up? Did you see? Like, was it beautiful? I'm like, I was looking at the person's ankles in front of me the entire time.
Yeah, I was staring down at this dirt trail trying not to roll my ankle.
I dust, literally, making sure like a rogue route doesn't take my life.
Yeah, I'm just not a hiking guy. I want to be. I'm just never gonna be.
You do a lot of activities though, so that's okay. Like hiking seems like something I should be interested in.
It's just boring. To me, it's just boring.
Boring.
Yeah.
Demoted.
Yeah. Those are for us because we are poo poo pee pee people.
Okay. Yours was really realistic sounding. That wasn't Ross's mouth for the all audio listeners.
That is a real skill.
He just got up and turned around.
That is a real skill I have.
Okay.
I can also throw up really convincingly.
No, don't.
I'm not
do
gonna
that.
do that. I'm not going to do that right now, but I can do that.
Promoted or demoted, liking other people's Venmo transactions.
It used to be funny. And now all my stuff is permanently private and hidden.
I'm perma-private.
Yeah.
You can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's best.
No.
I don't need someone's commentary on some random shit I send people.
What's this for?
Yeah, LOL. What?
What? It said July rent.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you?
I'm sorry, is that funny?
Is that funny to you?
Yeah.
Why is Venmo a social platform?
Wait, what are you doing here? Who's reading these?
I'll admit, like when I was deep in my kind of like immature, like high school to early college days.
When it was funny to make funny statuses on there, it'd be like drugs.
Well, okay.
I mean, not me. I wouldn't.
I would never.
When I was in college.
When like I would stalk my like boyfriend at the time, long distance boyfriend's Venmo to see like if he was paying girls for things or like what was happening. Like I'm like, why'd you pay Janet $5 for Diet Coke? Like why'd you do that? And he's
Who
like,
else was there?
I don't know, because we Diet Coke. We were in a group. She like bought for the group. I'm like, oh, you were in a group with Janet? And you got a Diet
group,
Coke?
You and Janet?
Oh, so you went on a date?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I have the receipts.
Well, this is over.
This is over. This has been really fun. This has been really fun.
Oh, getting stalked on Venmo is
scary.
That's
I'm insane.
I was past that time period.
Yeah. And you had like a nice, healthy relationship at that time.
Yeah.
I was kind of like clinically insane.
That's fine.
Young college girl.
Promoted, demoted, taking a paid sick day when you're not sick.
Do what you want.
Do it.
Don't abuse it though.
Yeah.
Use it tastefully. It's going to be hard to sell the Friday before Labor Day. But like, if you want to do it, do it. You get the sick days for a reason.
If you're going to do the Friday before Labor Day, you better have a cough on Wednesday.
You better have at least a cough.
Start looking sweaty on Thursday, and then you're calling out on Friday.
Gosh, I'm feeling kind of, I don't know, something's wrong, like a little stiff, like.
I can't taste anything.
Nasally.
Is that normal?
Yeah, bring COVID up.
Yeah,
That'll
bring
help.
COVID.
Totally.
Yep.
So I'm going to say promoted, do what you want.
Promoted, do what you want.
Promoted or demoted, being a meme,
Hard promote.
being in a meme, being a meme.
Being a meme.
Can you explain the context for the motorheads out there?
Being a meme. So if you've ever seen the SpongeBob mocking meme, where it's like, let me talk to your manager, and then the bottom line is written in like half caps, half lower caps, like, can I talk to your manager? I recreated that meme back in 2017, and it kind of like took off as the human version of the SpongeBob meme. And what's hilarious about it is initially adopted by alt-right politics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the person I play, and I have like cross eyes and I look like a big dumb idiot.
Oh, I didn't know that context. Yeah, describe the photo for just audio only.
Yeah. So audio only, it is one picture of me like looking like a chick, kind of like doing chicken arms and like making a really stupid face.
Your eyes are like popping out of your head.
Yes.
Right.
And then there's like, then to the left of me is a close up of my face, and my eyes are looking different directions like a chameleon.
Yes.
And I make it looking really stupid.
Really scary and stupid. Yeah.
That was Photoshop for those out there. But it's hilarious. People are like, can you really do that with your eyes?
Stop.
People ask me that all the time. I'm
Oh
like, what
my
are you? Am I a fucking
God.
chameleon? No. Am I a lizard?
Jesus.
No, I can't do that.
Wow.
But it's very funny because my character in there represents, for lack of a better term, the dumb liberal idiot. And
I
so,
did not know that.
So I was in
context.
Brazil in 2019, and this guy, one of our guides, was like, do you know what a meme is? And I was like, a meme? Like, what's a meme? He's like, oh, you guys say meme. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, you look like the guy in this meme. And then he does the face, like the like stupid face. And I was like, yeah, dude, that's me. And he's like, oh my God, I knew it. You're the second biggest meme in Brazil right now. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Why? He's like, oh, well, like politicians are like using it. And I was like, uh-oh. Yeah.
No way.
So
narrative got swept away from you on that one.
yeah.
Most recently, though,
It was posted by Elon Musk to represent like stupid school teachers. It was like, you're never going to have a calculator in your pocket. And then it was like dash, like lying ass teachers. Because now we have cell phones. Like that was the kind of joke.
classic Elon Musk, just like commenting on everything ever.
He just like posted.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, oh my God, did you blow up? No, he didn't post my name. Like I'm just a meme. To anybody who saw it, like it was just a meme. To anybody who knows me, saw it and was like, whoa, that's really cool. But it wasn't like any growth moment. It was just like really random to see my face
Totally.
on an Elon
Like,
tweet.
hi, Elon.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
That's
Weird.
interesting.
So
Okay.
I'll promote it. It's weird to
It's
be
weird.
known as that.
How about just like being a meme? Would you promote that? I feel like you and I have like elements of that. We are memes with Corporate Bro and Corporate
we kind
Natalie.
of are memes already.
Yeah.
I guess it's fine. I think it's just,
Is there a little party that's like, Elon, I'm a person too?
there's a little part of me that's like, could it have just not been that one? Like not that meme.
No, Elon would have had to take that one.
He
Come
would have
on.
had to. Yeah. So,
Any of your work that you've done for 10 years being a creator? No, that
yeah.
could never.
No, I don't want credit for it. Just use it as you will.
Use it as you
It's
will.
yours.
Use my face.
Public domain.
I mean, with AI, like we can't. Yeah, they're gonna use it at will.
It's gonna be, yeah.
It's gonna get really dark really
It's
soon.
gonna get really dark
for us motorheads.
But let's not do that. Let's go to Dear Demoted.
Totally.
Let's do a quick Dear Demoted. These are the written ones.
These are both about saying kind of inappropriate things at work. So I'll read the first one.
Okay.
Dear Demoted, first of all, love the pod. Wanted to get your advice on how to approach my boss using terminology that's accidentally inappropriate and they are clueless. My boss during team meetings regularly uses the phrase open kimono to refer to being transparent. This sounds both offensive and sexual and completely cringe-inducing. To make matters worse, they're also using the phrase bust on when referring to our team making good-natured jokes at each other's expense. For example, that's how our team is. We always busting on each other. Or John is always busting on Mary. I'm quite sure they have no idea that they are saying what they're saying could be construed differently. Do I bring it up? And if so, how? Or do I just stifle my cringe/laugh deep down inside?
Come on.
You're kidding me.
John's busting on Mary.
Who's saying John is always busting on Mary? And
John's always busting on Mary. It's so funny.
it is so funny when John busts all over Mary.
Hey, we're a close-knit team, all right? We're always busting on each other.
What we do here, open the kimono, bust on each other. Jesus. Oh
The
my
kimono, bust on each
God.
other. Hopefully never together.
Hopefully never either or
Yeah.
never together.
Open the kimono. I'd never really thought about it. Like that was definitely a common phrase. Just like, yeah, like let's just get the layers back. Let's just be
Peel
real
the
here.
onion,
Peel
be
the
real here.
Yeah, get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, but now we don't. It's like not.
Maybe don't open the kimono.
Maybe
and show
don't.
us what's under there.
Totally. Like let's just not reference kimono one.
Why has it got to be a kimono? I mean, if it was like, why don't
Open
we
the
just
coat.
why don't we just take off our pants and just get to the bottom of
Unzip
this?
the pants.
Yeah, and see what we're working with.
Yeah, totally.
Well, okay, I
Any of
see
that,
the problems.
Maybe
here.
removing any items of clothing. Let's not reference. But busting on.
Bust is one of my favorite words. It's
It's
so
just-
funny.
And when we read this like backstage in the locker room, I was thinking like, is the team messing with each other?
That gotta be.
Or do they not know? Because if the guy probably is, he has to be like 65 who's saying that, right?
My mom will say things like, well, did you two hook up?
Totally.
And I'm like, what? She's like, did you guys like see each other? Like, did you like hook up? And I was like, yeah, I mean, we met. I saw my friend John.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we didn't quite hook up.
We didn't hook up.
Another mom phrase, grab your thongs.
Oh, yeah, thongs.
Flip-flops.
Flip-flops, yeah.
Not the lingerie.
Yeah.
So yeah, busting on is hilarious. And I would just personally, my advice as a, giving
laugh
you my
out
advice.
loud is my advice.
Laugh out loud in their face and say, I'm sorry, guys. This is hilarious.
Yeah, because I could see busting someone's chops. Like busting their chops, like I get that is
but
like
busting on
but
is
just busting on full stop.
Insane.
So what would I do? I don't know. Laugh. I'm always the person who's like, oh, I don't know if that's what you meant, but I'll take the essence, not the literal.
That's funny. That's a good line. Yeah, just sometimes when you laugh, it encourages it though.
Yeah.
So I would say just sit there. My new thing is I'm not going to fake laugh at something that's not funny.
No, totally.
And it's really hard for me to let something sit.
This is genuinely funny to me.
The busting on is hilarious. Open the kimono, don't laugh, let it just stop. Open kimono, I think it's saying which is just strange. Like grammatically doesn't make sense. Don't say that.
I think so. One of the things that I've read, and this is because I'm such a woke king again, is like when someone says something offensive, don't laugh. Just ask them to explain what they mean. Like pretend, like play dumb.
Oh, that's good.
And then they have to
Make
explain
them
themselves. Make
yeah.
them like explain it, and then they kind of realize, oh, that might not be. Open the kimono. What do you mean? Like, reveal yourself, or you don't even go there. Like, so open the kimono. Like, what do you mean?
That? What do you mean when you say that?
When you say like, John just busted on Mary.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. What do you mean? So like going down that.
I like
route.
that. I like going on that route.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to relay the busting on back to your boss.
Yeah. Well,
so
it's
when
like with John.
So when you said John busted on Mary, what did you mean in the context of this deliverable?
Yeah.
That we're working on.
Exactly.
Oh, John is always busting on Mary.
John's always busting on Mary.
Will you read me the next one?
I will.
Speaking of inappropriate things said at work.
Yes, this is, again, in that theme. Corp and Natalie, I love the show. I need your take on this. My wife and I just welcomed our baby girl to the world, and being a dad rocks. Dope. As an AE, providing for my girls has given me much needed renewed motivation to rip cold calls and close deals. I shared my life update with my work friends, including my protege, a Gen Z BDR. Since I became a dad, she loves referring to me as, quote, baby daddy. She mostly does this over Slack, but also recently dropped this line during our one-on-one prospecting strategy meeting. Example, me. I just marked that meeting as qualified and got the next steps scheduled for next week. Her. Thanks, baby daddy. Any recommendations for how to tell her this isn't an appropriate nickname? LOL, thanks. So this is an AE SDR relationship.
Got it.
So she sets meetings for him.
Yeah, not appropriate for sure.
I feel like if she is a protege and like you're in a one-on-one, you could just be like, yo, you can't call me that publicly or at all for that matter. You can't call me that at all. I was like, you can call me that.
When it's just us.
When it's just us, you can call me that. Like,
I think saying you can't call me that publicly though is true. It's like you can't say that like in the office. You can't say those things. Then
yeah,
like stop
it
in general.
sounds bad.
It's like make them like that makes them feel like a little bit like, oh shoot, I shouldn't say that.
It's just like a weird look and a weird thing to say to someone, like especially people in the office know he's like married with a daughter, and that like makes it sound like like the literal meaning of baby daddy is like I had a kid by you.
Totally.
And we're like not together.
Totally. Any use of daddy in the workplace, I'm gonna have to demote.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say, let's leave daddy at home.
Yeah.
Right? Let's leave daddy.
Don't call me daddy. Don't call yourself daddy.
No. We read one, right?
We did read something like
someone's
this.
like, daddy just closed a deal.
Yeah, yeah.
No, never say daddy. It's
too many
so
people using
inappropriate.
daddy in the office.
I do think you do have to say something to them. I think Gen Z specifically is very open to like if something makes you feel uncomfortable, they never want to make you feel, and I'm generalizing, but like I don't think it would ever turn around and be like, it would never be offensive to them, right?
I think in this case, it sounds like he has a good relationship with his BDR
protege, as he's saying.
Yeah. Which to me makes me think that they like have respectful relationship. Like, yo, you can't call me that.
But these daddies are going to get you all out of here.
Yeah. As always.
As always, headbutt that subscribe button.
Headbutt that subscribe button, jump kick it.
Hook it up to a crane, whip it around, throw it across town. Email us your corporate confessions.
Hit that like button with a bulldozer.
Yeah.
Run it over a couple times.
Flatten it like a can. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube.
Please.
Hit us with an interesting post. If you're a new Motorhead, that's kind of the lore of being part of the Motorhead community. You just comment on everything we post. Interesting post.
Interesting post. You don't have to say anything else.
And then it gets hidden because Instagram and YouTube, and they think it's bots, but it's just the Motorheads.
It's just Motorheads doing Motorhead stuff. D-gang popping off.
Share the pod with your friends and coworkers.
Please.
Right?
Please.
Hey guys, I listened to these two degenerates talking for an hour about
Yeah.
some workplace topic. I think you guys should check it out.
Some guy named John was claiming to bust on Mary, and you got to listen.
And
to
you
this
have
thing.
to, you have to
gotta
listen.
listen.
Yeah.
So thank you as always, and we will see you all next time on
Demoted.
Demoted.